that, can kind of help lead the way, but you need to be able to play. And I think, I still have a lot of game left. I think that I kind of found myself in a new role last year that I really enjoyed. I think being able to play in the penalty kill and the power play, kind of anywhere in the lineup in different positions, is something that I would consider an asset. And I'm just kind of looking forward to getting back there and helping helping the team grow in any way I can. I think we have a really good great group of guys. I think we're closer than people would expect. I think we're a better team than people would expect, and looking forward to getting to camp and getting to work.
Last thing for me, just sure you've kept track of some of the moves Steve has made with Letty coming in and Nedeljkovic. How much do you think this improves the team, at least on paper, just to get a little bit more competitive?
Yeah, well, I mean, with Nedeljkovic, he had a really good year. He's still pretty young, and continuing to grow, and has a ton of potential as a goaltender. I think he's going to really help us. Obviously, hate to see Bernie go, and then but Greiser had a great second half to last season, and kind of expect the same out of him. So from a goaltending situation, it's really exciting. And then obviously adding Nick Letty, he's a puck moving defenseman. He skates really well, and I think he's going to help us spend less time in our own end, and he's a really good offensive player. So that's big for us. I think we talked at the end of last season where we took a lot of strides defensively. We need to continue to grow offensively, and that's an area where he can really help us.
Thank you very much.
Next up, Ansar Khan, MLive.
Hi, Sam. Welcome back. Just what are your thoughts on having a new assistant coach in Alex Tanguay, and what he could possibly bring to the power play, a guy who played a long time in the league and had some offensive success?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I think I played against him. He's a great offensive mind. He was a great playmaker when he played. I had a ton of respect for him when he played the game, and I think he's going to add a different element for us. I think when I talk about his offensive mind, he's going to be able to kind of convey that to us and help us see the offensive game in a different way, help the power play along. I think we know that that's an area that we need to improve upon going into this season. So it's really important. I'm excited to get to work with him. I think he can help me a lot, and just looking forward to kind of establishing that relationship and getting to work.
Thanks, Sam.
Next up, Ted Colfin, Detroit News.
Hey, Sam, welcome back. And was there something about it seemed like a lot of you guys were talking about the culture in the locker room, and it was a great, good fit. A lot of you guys got along well. Was that something that kind of attracted you too a little bit? I mean, just the fact that you guys did seem kind of tight last year that way?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you develop friendships, and I think we have a really close group. Last year was a really different year. Obviously, not being able to go for dinners or anything like that on the road, but you can kind of. It was still such a great group, and guys got along really well, and it was something I wanted to be a part of. I think right from the end of the season till now, I've been in touch with the guys, and pretty hopeful to be back, and really excited to get something done, and looking forward to getting next season started already.
Hey, Sam, how good is it to get a deal done before the free agent market starts? I mean, I guess to a certain extent, maybe there might be some guys who know they're going to get a big deal and may want to go where they want to go and stuff like that. But it seems like for a lot of guys, it's just a big question mark or something like that. Is it kind of nice just to get a deal done before, the market starts and all?
Yeah, absolutely. I think with the way my career's gone and having bounced around a little bit in the last part of my career here, it's exciting to get something done. Like I said, I really enjoyed my time last year, and right from the end of the season till now, I've been that's kind of all I've been focusing on is pretty hopeful to be a wing, and just really happy that it worked out that way. So yeah, like you said, it's nice to get it done early, and now you just focus on getting ready for next season, getting the family stuff squared away, and yeah, really excited.
Sounds good. Thanks for this, Sam.
Next up, Bob Duff, Detroit Hockey Now.
Sam, early in your career in Edmonton, obviously you're part of a young team that was kind of building from the ground up, and you experienced that as a young player. Now you're with another team that's kind of doing a similar thing, and you're the kind of the sage veteran now. Like, how can you relate some of those hockey and life experiences you went through as a young player in Edmonton to kind of help the young guys here in Detroit deal with the ups and downs they're going to face?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it allows me to see it from a different perspective, and kind of help our young group coming up. A lot of the things that they're going to go through earlier in their careers, I've been through. I was a high pick in Edmonton, and one of the guys that was kind of expected to help turn things around. And so you learn a lot about yourself, and there's a lot of growth that comes with that. And I think handling that adversity has made me a better person. And I think that, it helps in the situation that I'm in now, being able to kind of impart some of that, on our young group. And, I think the biggest thing is you want to be a good hockey player. I mean, that's the best way to help the group. If I can bring my best every night, my voice, it travels a little farther within the room. So that's what I'm focused on, is making sure that I come to camp ready, and kind of build on some of the things that I was able to do last year. I think coming back to the same group, same head coach, I'm excited to play for Blash again, and just kind of continue to build on that. And I haven't had that in a few years, and I think that'll help me individually, and then it'll allow me to help the group too. So looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Next up, Art Gagner, DetroitRedWings.com.
Hi, Sam. Welcome back. Congratulations. Bob kind of asked what I wanted to ask, but maybe I'll take it a step further here. Now that you're in the role of a mentor, and if you look at all the young forwards that have a possibility of being your teammates this year, from Berggren coming over, Lucas Raymond, Veleno, Chase Pearson, I can go on. Michael Rasmussen is still young, certainly. Zadina. Is there someone, a veteran maybe, that you're going to take your mentorship and maybe pattern yourself out after, someone who taught you how to be not only a player in this league, but how to conduct yourself as a professional athlete?
Well, yeah, I mean, probably one of the biggest ones for me is in the organization, Sean Horkoff. I learned a lot from him about, how he goes about his business. He, started coming into the league as a fourth line guy. And then by the time, Edmonton was contending for a Stanley Cup, he was the first line center, and he had a great playoff run. So he's, a guy that I looked up to when I first came into the league, and he taught me a lot about, what it takes to be successful in this league and how hard you have to work to get to that level. So, I try at this point in my career to be that kind of influence. I think it's exciting to have the opportunity to play with some of the young talented players that we have coming up. I think, I got a couple of games with Joe at the end of last season, and, played with Z a lot, and played with Ras as well. And then, we have more guys coming. So that's a role that I enjoy. I enjoy trying to help any way I can. These guys have so much talent, and, it's fun to be a part of. So just like I said, looking forward to getting to training camp and getting to work.
One final question. And this might be because, I'm born and raised native Detroiter though, but do you have trouble sometimes explaining to maybe your buddies about why you want to be a Red Wing or why you want to be here, a team that's rebuilding? What do you tell them about specifically being here in Detroit and being a Red Wing, the influence that it has had on you?
Yeah, I mean, I've really enjoyed it. I think it's an original 6 team, a lot of history. When I was growing up, and when I was starting in the league, they were the team, right? And I look back to my first couple of years in the league, coming into Joe Louis Arena was always kind of a nightmare because of some of the guys you had to go up against. But it was just an amazing experience. And now I got the opportunity to play for the team, and I think it's a great place to live for my family. It's a great market to be a part of, and really look. I never wanted to look elsewhere. I'm excited to be a Red Wing again, and I'm hopeful that it's going to be a great year.
Thank you very much, Sam. Appreciate.
Looks like that's all the questions we have for Sam. We'll be moving media back to the waiting room and be back in a few minutes with Jordan Osterley. Sam, thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Sam.